Can you spot any differences straight out the box? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a comparison between a real and a fake pair of Nike Sacai Ldwaffles in the Wolf Grey Summit White colorway. So looking at the two boxes, which one do you think is retail and which one do you think is a replica? I'll give you a look at both labels. So the retail pair is actually this box here, and as you can see, the replica box is much smaller. I'm not too sure why they've done this. They are the same size, both a UK 9, but the replica box is much smaller than that on the retail one. So looking at the labels, there are clear differences on the labels. On the retail box, there is a QR code in the bottom corner of it. On the replica, this does not exist at all. So this is the replica here, and this is the retail sticker right here. So that's a clear difference to notice. On the top of the box, the Nike print is slightly more glossy on the retail box than on the replica box. However, that's quite hard to see and it's only in certain lightings. But the clear difference is actually the size of the box itself. So we'll open it up now and take a look at the shoes themselves. So firstly, we'll open the replica. As you can see, the retail pair is packaged perfectly. Each individual shoe is wrapped. So the retail pair will be in my right hand, and the replica pair is here in my left side. So before we get into the differences, I'd like to say thank you to the sponsor of this video, which is Resale Reviews. Resale Reviews is a site which allows you to review any seller around the world, from street sneakers to streetwear. So have you ever not trusted an Instagram seller before? Well, now there's a place for people to write reviews about Instagram sellers. Most Instagram sellers struggle to find a place to get feedback, but now with Resale Reviews, there is a simple place to gather all their reviews. The site also allows you to review purchases and sales you've made on places such as StockX and Goat. There will be a link in description of how to sign up to Resale Reviews. You can link it directly to your Instagram, so if you're a reseller, it's the perfect place for you to gather feedback from all of your customers so that you can show future customers that you're a reliable seller. This eliminates the uncertainty for people buying from Instagram sellers to know if the person is reliable and legit. And this website is totally free to sign up to. So the link will be in the description, so check it out. It's a wonderful website, and I think they're doing a brilliant job of trying to help sellers across the world. So now back to the shoes themselves. Can you spot any differences straight out the box? Remember, the retail one is this one here, and the replica is this one. So straight away, what I notice is actually the colour of the suede itself on the inside. I will give you a close-up of this as well, but down by the toe, the suede is slightly creamier on the replica pair. On the retail pair, it's slightly more grey. The replica has a more brown cream kind of tint to it. If you look towards the toe box and look at the shape of the toe box, there are differences there. On the retail pair, it curves perfectly like a U around the toe, but as the replica pair, it's more of a V-like shape, so that's the difference right there. If we look towards the heel of the sneaker, the heel on the retail pair is slightly longer than on the replica pair, but this is very, very minuscule and it's almost impossible to see. The replica has done a very good job of the mesh on the top, however, it still seems slightly more yellow than on the retail pair, so there's a slight colour difference there. As I stated in my last video, one of the major differences comes around the lace part here. So the dark grey suede that's close to the lace is more prominent on a retail pair than on a replica pair. So if you can see the difference here, I will give you a close-up of this. It sticks out far more on the retail pair than on the replica pair in the back, so it's much more visible. The replica pair here has done a very good job of the double swoosh on the side of the sneaker. It's almost identical to that of the retail pair here. On early pairs of the replica Nike Sacai Ldwaffle, the Sacai text on the back was actually too thin compared to a retail, so they've made it much thicker now, as you can see. However, if you compare this to on a retail pair, I'll give you the same shoe, you can see the text is actually being made too thick now compared to a retail pair. They've made it too thick compared to that of a retail pair. So the retail pair here, you can see very crisply done, clean. Another difference is actually on the A. If you look at the A from Sacai, I will give you a close up of this as well, you can see that the A curves at the bottom, whereas on the retail pair it is completely straight all the way down and much thinner than on this replica batch right here. So if you look at the toe box area, I'll give you a close up of this, you can see that the stitching at the bottom of the lace is very cleanly done on the retail pair, and if you compare this to the replica pair, there's a much larger gap around the rectangle of stitching. So that's another key difference to notice, that the stitching is much more cleanly done on the retail pair than on the replica pair itself. Also, so if you look at the retail tag, you can see that the Made in China is much smaller than on the replica pair. The stitching is much more cleaner on the label of both the Nike Sacai and the Nike Sportswear label compared to that of a replica. Inside of the shoe, the actual sock liner, it's much more soft on the retail pair compared to the replica pair. Both of these pairs have not been worn, and you can still clearly see that the retail pair is much softer than on the replica pair. Another key difference which I noted in my other video is that the laces on both pairs are different. On the retail pair, the spare pair of laces is a dark navy. You can see that there. However, on a replica pair, the spare laces that were provided were a creamy white colour. The replica pair has perfected the sole of the sneaker. There is no difference at all that I can note. They're completely spot on. If we look at the inside label, the replica pair has actually done a really good job of this as well. There's almost no difference at all. Apart from the slight positioning, as you can see on the replica pair, the label sticks out from the insole, whereas on the retail pair, it kind of curves underneath the insole, it's placed in a different position. That was just a quick comparison of the Nike Sacai Ldwaffle in the wolf grey or summit white colourway, whichever you want to call it. I hope you've liked the video and hope you've noticed some differences. Maybe you've noticed some for yourself. It was just a short video just to point out some of the differences and to see if you can legit check a pair like this yourself. And if you want to buy a pair like this, these are a few of the things you should look for. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for the support. If you could like the video and subscribe, it really does help the channel. It means I can do more videos like these just for you. I had to pay resale on this pair, which I'm kind of gutted about, but it is a lovely shoe, so I will wear this. So thank you very much for the sponsor, Resale Reviews. Go sign up in the description below, and thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned.